Before you buy a house in Columbus, Georgia, let me save you from making a mistake that could cost you more than you bargained for and possibly make your home harder to sell if you decide to sell later. Some homes look like a great deal today, but they come with hidden challenges that many buyers just don't discover until after they've moved in. Now, before anybody jumps into the comments, I'm not saying that these are automatically bad homes. In fact, some of them may be perfect for the right buyer. But one thing you should think about is don't just buy the house that works for you today, especially if you know you plan to sell. In that case, buy the house that will work for the next buyer too. Today, I'm sharing the types of homes that you should carefully investigate before making an offer here in Columbus, Georgia. Hi, I'm Rhonda Brown, your educated move in real estate with first class real estate excellence. I've helped over 115 families buy and sell homes throughout Columbus, Georgia, and the surrounding area. And today, I'm sharing some of the challenges that I see buyers overlook all the time. Because when you're buying a home, you should always think about future resale value and whether that property will appeal to the next or largest pool of buyers when it's time to sell. The first type of home I'd think twice about buying is a home located on a busy road. The house may be beautiful, the kitchen may be updated, the price might be great. But if tons of cars pass by every day, all day, that affects your quality of life, or it can. Think about it: traffic noise, less privacy, difficulty backing out of your driveway, constant activity in front of your home. And here's what many buyers forget: when it's time for you to sell, future buyers may have these same exact concerns. One thing you can do is step outside and listen before making a decision. Sometimes that tells you more than the inside of the home ever will. Number two is cosmetic flips. Now, don't get me wrong, some flips are done beautifully. You walk in and you see new paint, new flooring, new countertops, new fixtures, and everything looks amazing. But what about the roof, the HVAC, the plumbing, the electrical, the crawl space? Don't just buy the countertops, buy the systems. The expensive things aren't always what you see. The expensive things are often what you don't see. Always look beyond the cosmetic updates. Number three is homes with foundation concerns. Foundation issues can become some of the most expensive repairs a homeowner faces. Things to watch for include stair step cracks, cracked brick, sloping floors, doors that stick, windows that don't operate properly. Now, every crack doesn't mean a home has foundation issues, but when you start seeing multiple warning signs together, it's time to slow down and investigate further. Professional inspections are worth every penny in these situations, and sometimes you need to get additional ones. Number four is homes with multiple major repairs that are needed. One issue doesn't necessarily scare me, but when I start seeing roof concerns, HVAC concerns, plumbing concerns, foundation concerns, electrical concerns that the seller is not willing to address, all on the same property, now we're having a different conversation. The problem isn't necessarily one repair, it's when all of those repairs start stacking up at the same time. That can become a significant financial burden for a homeowner. Number five is homes with crawl space problems. Notice I didn't say homes with crawl spaces. Many great homes in Columbus have crawl spaces. I'm talking about crawl spaces with issues, things like standing water, excessive moisture, mold, rotting wood, missing vapor barriers, termite damage. Most buyers never go underneath the house. But some of the most expensive problems can be hiding there. A thorough home inspection can uncover issues that would otherwise go unnoticed until after closing. Number six is homes that are located near major transmission power lines. This isn't about whether they're safe or unsafe, it's about buyer perception. Some buyers don't care, others immediately remove those homes from their list. And when you're purchasing a home, it's important to remember that future buyers may feel differently than you. Number seven is homes with significant slopes in both the front and the backyard. A little slope is completely normal, but when front yards slope down, the backyard slope up, and the driveway is steep too, that can create challenges. Things like drainage concerns, water runoff, limited usable yard space, difficult landscaping, challenging lawn maintenance, less flexibility for outdoor living spaces. One question to consider is, how do you plan to use the yard? Because if your dream includes a pool, a garden, playground, outdoor kitchen, or entertaining space, a heavily sloped lot may not be the best fit. Again, not necessarily a deal breaker, just something that you should carefully think about. This one is especially important for my first time home buyers. When you're looking at a home that's 10, 15, or even 20 years old, one of the first questions should be, what's been replaced? Has the roof been replaced? Has the HVAC been replaced? Has the water heater been replaced? What about major appliances? Now, I'm not saying don't buy a home with these things or items are original, but you need to understand what it could mean for your future budget. If you're buying a 15-year-old home and everything is original, there's a good chance that some of those systems are nearing the end of their expected lifespan. That doesn't mean that they're broken. It doesn't mean that they need immediate replacement. But it does mean that you should start preparing for the possibility that you'll be replacing them sooner rather than later. This is where your home inspection becomes incredibly valuable. A good home inspector will often note HVAC nearing end of useful life, water heater nearing end of useful life, and so on for roof and other systems. These comments should get your attention. And here's a pro tip. Even if those systems are currently functioning, you may want to try and negotiate credits from the seller. Many sellers aren't going to replace a working HVAC system or water heater, even roof, but they may be willing to contribute towards your closing costs or future repairs. I'd much rather see a buyer receive a credit and have money set aside than move into a home and be surprised by a major repair 6 months later. Because a mortgage payment is one thing, homeownership expenses are another. And finally, the biggest mistake I see buyers make, buying the house that they can barely afford. Sometimes the most dangerous house isn't the one with the foundation issues. It's the one that leaves you with no financial cushion after closing. Homeownership comes with maintenance, repairs, insurance increases, unexpected expenses. I always encourage my buyers to leave themselves some breathing room because trust me, houses have a way of surprising you. So there you have it. The types of homes I encourage buyers to investigate carefully before making an offer in Columbus, Georgia. Remember, I'm not saying never buy these homes. I'm saying understand exactly what you're buying before you sign on the dotted line. The best home purchase is an educated home purchase. Hi, I'm Rhonda Brown with First Class Real Estate Excellence. If you're thinking about buying in Columbus, Fort Benning, Midland, Harris County, Phoenix City, or anywhere in the surrounding area, I'd love to help. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos about living here, buying here, and investing in the Columbus, Georgia area.